changing the colour of my seats. This is the old colour. These are vinyl, so non-original. The seat frames are original because I found some remnants of the red leather, which is what the Jag was originally. So I'm going to try this stuff. I have actually got some leather seats, but I thought I'd practice on these first, and this stuff will actually do, it will do vinyl as well. And there it is. That's had 3 coats of colour, and it still needs a top coat, which is to protect it. And this seat I had to strip down because some of the stitching had gone, and the only way I could get to it was to strip it. And what I plan to do now, because these are tester ones that I bought just to try different colours, I'm going to get an airbrush and just highlight or low light the gaps here, these seams, just to make them darker, to make it look older. So I shall experiment with that. This is the seat base of that same seat, and that was coming apart as well, so I've restitched that. Of course, this used to be the driver's seat, but now it's the passenger seat, so I guess it will get less wear. Obviously the back and so on. So it's that one first, and that really takes, it's like an acetone, takes the surface off, that does. Then a cleaner, then the colour, then the finish. So sponge it on, and it's a dabbing motion. And when you start to put it on, you think, oh, that's never gonna work. And if it goes a bit flaggy, like it does in that crack there, kitchen knife, let it dry off a bit, but a kitchen knife or a table knife, and just break that up. I'll show you after I put that coat on. Well, that's one coat, and they recommend putting a really thin coat on first to help the next ones stick to it. And it looks pretty awful at this stage, but it does come good. But this is what I'm aiming for, this sort of colour here. And I can buy that vinyl, which is not a million miles away, and the stain is not a million, although they're the sort of opposite sides of that colour. I'd be happy with that. But that colour, but I want to try and achieve that sort of look where it's a bit faded, a bit old, and see if I can make them look that sort of patina. This is the colour I ended up with, which I didn't like too much. It's a bit yellowy orangey, and this is the vinyl I want to use with it, so they're quite a bit different. So I bought a £9 airbrush, Chinese one off eBay, and I've got some other colours which I bought as samples, and I mixed it up and I've dusted over the seats, and I've come up with this colour, which on the screen it looks a bit different, but in reality they're pretty close. And then I mixed up a slightly darker colour and ran up the seams with it, so it's got a bit of an aged look to it. But this stuff, it looks now like the finest leather, although it's vinyl. So as long as it stays on, I'll be very happy with that. That's the finish there that's still wet. You can get that in satin or gloss or matte, and I've gone for a satin, which is quite a matte look. It's perfect.